Welcome back. You're still watching Good Morning Namibia. Now, in today's fast-paced world, it is more important to basically ever prioritize oneself by basically taking care of yourself. Something a life coach, Dr. Tich Tanyanyiwa, is here to basically just discuss and also offer valuable insight on how craving or carving out personal time can improve both mental health and one's overall well-being. Dr. Tich, good morning.
Good morning and welcome. It's so good to be here.
Thank you so much for making time to talk to us.
Hey, it's an honor. We always want to add value to somebody's life.
All right. Kindly just talk to us as to the importance of self-care. What does it mean, and also why should one always prioritize self-care in their lives?
Wow, this is such a critical topic or conversation that we need to have more than ever before, because we live in a high stress environment that is putting pressure, all kinds of pressure on people. Mm-hmm. Self-care basically refers to the process of intentionally looking after yourself, proactively putting in measures to manage your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. So if these are in balance, then you will live longer, you'll be healthier, you'll be less prone to sickness and disease. But when there is no self-care, people become more susceptible to all manner of sickness, disease, physical, mental breakdowns, emotional breakdowns, physical breakdown, or what we call people go into burnout mode. And this is where a lot of people are living. Our generation currently is the most medicated generation ever. We need medication to go to bed. We need medication to get up. We need medication to go through the day. We need medication to manage stress, to manage our thinking, to manage our focus. So pharmaceutical industry is going high in terms of money, but our lives are not going so well. Mm-hmm. So self-care becomes a priority. And to kind of look at some benefits of people that have prioritized, and I've had to do this for myself because I'm an extremely busy person. My schedule is very, very full. I run 12 businesses. I'm an author. I'm a serial author. I love writing. So I run 16, 18-hour schedules on a day-to-day basis. So I'm extremely busy, and I had to come to a place where I realized that I had to pause long enough. So early morning, late evenings, and in the afternoon, I have to pause for self-care. And the results were amazing, because I had to go and see my doctor, and my doctor told me and said, if you continue the way you're going, you're not going to live very long.
Yeah.
So I had to pause long enough to say, okay, let me review my schedule, my calendar, and how I'm running my time. And that led to, these are some of the few benefits, if I may go on.
Yes.
The first one is you get enhanced physical health. And that's what happened. My blood pressure was out of control. I was hypertensive most of the time, and I was just beginning to feel weak and tired. But when I began to pause long enough to rest, and my doctor said you've got to exercise and do breathing exercises and increase your oxygenation. So self-care meant I had to stop and say, physically breathe, take time to relax, take time to sleep. I had to put a timer to tell me when to go to bed. My health it has begun over the last 6 years to improve greatly. A lot of people, because of lack of self-care, their homeostasis, which is the process by which your organisms, your body regulates its internal environment in order to manage itself and keep a balance despite any external changes that are taking place. When people don't have self-care, your homeostasis, your ability to balance your body's system to cope with what's happening externally, increase in temperature, increase in pressure, increase in need of energy, your homeostasis goes out the window and it becomes unbalanced. And the result is people become sickly, people become more prone to attack of things like flus and colds. And that's why so many people are having flus and colds. There's no self-care. You're not looking after your body. So a whole lot of issues go out of balance simply because people are not looking after themselves. The second result is you have better mental health. Because I'm a coach, I work a lot with people, interacting with people. I have to have great mental agility. And the result of me beginning to take care of myself, pause long enough to look after me, is mentally I'm sharper. In the last year, I've managed to write 24, this past year, I managed to write 24 books and publish 24 of my own books because I am mentally agile. I develop myself. I take time to reflect. I take time to think. I take time to relax and to look after myself. So I want to encourage the viewers and the listeners that are joining in today. You are important. Your health is important. Your mental well-being is important. Your peace is important. Stop long enough to breathe, to think, to recreate. Then another result is greater resilience. You're more tenacious. You're dealing with a lot of pressures and things coming against you, things fighting against you. Every single day is a day of fighting and dealing with this, decisions, relationship issues, pressure issues, financial issues. Your resilience goes up when you have taken time to look after yourself. Three more great benefits of self-care. Increased productivity. I am extremely productive. I just turned 50 in October, and I challenged myself to say by the time I turn 50, I need to have published 50 of my own books. And on my 50th birthday, I managed to publish and bring out 52 books. But that productivity came because I had to listen to my doctor, who told me, Doc, he says, hey, you need to look after your body. Rest, breathe, take time to look after yourself, take walks, and when you're walking, listen to something that looks after your brain. So my walks are time to reflect, time to think, time to collect my thoughts, time to bring my stress levels down so that I reduce my cortisol levels so that I'm less hypertensive and more productive.
Right.
Number 5, enhanced
Dr.
relationships. Many people are struggling relationally, divorce, marriage issues, marriage pressure, parent to child relationships are not good, work relationships are bad. Why? Because people are not looking after themselves. And the more you look after yourself, the more you're able to relate with people, because the principle is you've got to love yourself in order to be able to love others. You've got to take care of yourself in order to be able to take care of others. And the last benefit I'm going to give is better emotional regulation. A lot of people have a poor emotional regulatory system. Why? Because they are highly stressed, they're under great pressure, cortisol levels are very, very high, and they're failing to manage their homeostasis. And the result is they're emotionally imbalanced. And that's why they need medication, they need sleeping tablets, they need waking up tablets, they take a lot of coffee, and they're highly stressed. So emotional regulation is important. This will help in marriage. Because many people don't have great emotional regulation, they snap quickly. They're asked one question, and one question leads to another, and a fight erupts. I'm a marriage coach as well. So I can confidently say when people manage their emotions better, and there's better emotional regulation, their relationships will be certainly way better. Those are the 6 amazing benefits of having a very, very good self-care program.
All right. Dr. Tich, talk to us about how one can identify what forms of self-care are most beneficial for them personally.
Okay, the key is if you don't have a coach or a doctor who's giving you advice, the key is identify the areas you are breaking in the most. Where are you breaking the most? Is it your communication with others, your interpersonal relationship? Is it your emotional intelligence that you're struggling? You're always stressed and highly under pressure. Is it physical? Are you in a space where your body is constantly breaking down? You're susceptible to flus and colds and all kinds of diseases. If it is the physical attacks that are consistent, then you need to increase your self-care, resting, eating right, exercise, breathing. Those are very important. If it is your emotional side, you're edgy, you're irritable, you're on edge all the time, then maybe what you need to do is increase your self-care in terms of your thinking. That comes to things like meditation. It comes to things like reading good books, going into a space of disconnecting from the world. I call this generation a stressed generation because we have a lot of what we call digital clutter. Your messages are popping in every 5 minutes. Somebody wants your attention. So you are highly stressed because of the digital clutter. Shut down your phone. Get rid of certain apps and or turn off notifications. I've turned off all notifications on my gadgets. I look at messages at scheduled times, not at all times. I can't bear the fact, because I talk to a lot of people. I have messages popping in on my phone every 2-3 minutes. So I cannot be breaking focus every time something comes in. So mental care increases when you are able to manage your time. Stop long enough to read a book, or maybe watch a good movie, something that helps you to relax, or invest time with very good relationships that love you, that celebrate you. It helps reduce the stress levels. And those are some of the things that you can help to identify which type of self-care. But the advice I give is prioritize all of them. Your physical, your mental, and your emotional. Prioritize all of them. Have a regular process by which you are investing into those.
All right. Some will mistaken self-care for being selfish. How can one get over that guilt of, taking care of themselves and prioritizing themselves?
I always say to people, you are so important. We all need you. And because we need you, you need to be at your best shape ever. So that means I must know that I'm important to my wife, I'm important to my children, I'm important to my congregants, I'm important to my key relationships. So if I'm in the best form, I add the greatest value. So by looking after me, I'm actually demonstrating that I love them. By looking after me, I'm showing my wife that I love her very much. I'm showing my children that I love them, and I want to make sure that they're getting the best of me. So self-care is actually a great demonstration of love for others. So it's actually not selfishness, it's loving others. So I am able to add the greatest value when I am in my best form. And that's the internal conversation that people need to have. Let me work on me, let me improve me, let me fix me, and I'll be able to add great value to those around me.
All right. Dr. Tich, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. Your message is heard loud and clear. We'll definitely prioritize ourselves and do better when it comes to self-care.
Awesome. That's great.
All right.
Let's live long.
All right. That was Dr. Tich Tanyanyiwa, who is a life coach, joining us all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa, talking to us about the benefits of taking care of yourself. The year is definitely coming to an end. Most people feel burned out, feeling fatigue, but also don't forget to prioritize yourselves. Take yourself for a massage, rest, log off, put your phone away, and just do you. Prioritize yourselves. Don't go anywhere.